So I don't really have a lot of ideas for the intro today, no strictly educational messages. I will say though that just a little while ago Equestria Girls came out, and after the first day, virtually no one is talking about it. I don't know if they've achieved the pinnacle of mediocrity or what. For those not in the know, Equestria Girls appears to be a marketing move by Hasbro to sell My Little Pony in the form of not My Little Pony. Instead of being little or ponies, they're teenage girls, and I feel really awkward calling teenage girls mine. Just feels a little creepy. So really the show is more like Hasbro's dolls will probably sell better than ponies. There have been some leaks of the movie, and like everyone who is into it could have told you, it looks like your standard marketing blunder. The animation looks a little bit hacked together in some of the scenes I saw, and the music is very pop friendly. The voice acting is not so great. But they did hit Fluttershy in the face with the broom. So yeah, when we sit here and we talk about what they did and did not do right with this game in relation to My Little Pony, looks like maybe the original source material is gonna start needing that kind of critique as well. Oh well, you can't make a studio like that without money, but corporate doesn't want to feel like a talking wallet with googly eyes glued on. They want to help too. They know what'll make the show good. You remember in Star Wars when it turned out that Luke was the son of Darth Vader? Well, maybe like make Twilight the son of Pinkie Pie, but then have them, instead of fighting, because that was sad, you had them become friends and they work together to stop Trixie, who is the devil secretly. I saw that once in another show, and it was really cool. And if you do that, everyone will watch this show, and we'll make a bunch of money. What do you mean it's a dumb idea? What do you mean it's a dumb idea? Do it or I will stop paying your studio! Being a millionaire means never having to admit that you're just an ordinary doofus with $1 million. Man, you think we could apply that to our rebel effort in the game? We would just take all the money that we've got and use it to pay other people to destroy the Empire. I think they call that hiring an army. Wait a minute, what is Celestia doing in our party again? She's so useless! Oh well, she's rich. It must be genius reasons. Let's get back to our game. Sounds like she lost some pony too. Don't worry, Trixie, I'll keep my promise. Apple Bloom, I think you might be reading just a little bit too much into that. That opera singer sang about love. She must be in love with me. I owe you one, so I'm gonna jam up your opera, Ultros. Uh-oh, better tell Mr. Ingram. Yep. I'm not gonna run or anything though, I mean, I don't want to slip and fall. Imagine if I had a really important message and I tripped down the stairs and I hit my head, then I couldn't remember what the message was. That would just be dumb. Safety first. Oh, excuse me guys, excuse me. Emergency coming through. What? I said there is an emergency here. It appears that a giant octopus is going to ruin your opera. Oh no, this is more fascinating. The survivors of the West attack! Rouse, impossible! Attack! Oh god, who is guarding the front door? Why are they attacking the ballroom? Who decided that this was an important target? Go away! Go fight somewhere else! We're in the middle of a posh party! Wait! It doesn't work like that, it's a fight! Or a dance, I can't... What are you doing? Are you just riding a chicken in here? This is a ballroom! Chickens do not go in the ballroom! Maria. Line. Blueblood! I've waited so long. I knew you'd come. Maria, 3 syllables. Will finally have to become my queen. And then it sounds like it got cut off for the rest of my life. I'll keep you near. Reverb. It's a duel! Not the most dramatic exposition, but still gripping enough to distract us from the fact that we had an emergency just 10 seconds ago. Here we go. Focus, everybody. Don't get distracted. But how might he disrupt the opera? With that? Oh wait, can we see up into the rafters? Mwahaha, let us see if Maria can shrug this off. Naga! This is heavier than I thought. It'll take me 5 minutes to drop it. Oh, you freaking octopus, you taste delicious with cocktail sauce. We haven't got a second to lose. Talk to the mirror in the room at the far right. She'll help you get up there. It's as good as done. Okay, away we go. Do you have, like, security working here? Or if anyone ran up on stage, the actors would just have to deal with it. Hello, Lyra. Mr. Ingram asked me to have you press the far right switch. Well, that's much more instructive than what the original game did. In the original, they were just like, don't push the wrong button, and then they don't tell you which one is wrong. Although I still feel like that interaction would have been 5 minutes of arguing over who gets to push the button. This is a theater after all. That guy up there wanted to be a star, he wanted to sing and dance and dress up in a pretty dress. Although I guess it was a girl. Well, point is, they had an opening for someone to push the switches, and then Ingram sent us up there to push the switches for them. That's like if a movie theater hired you to watch a popcorn machine, and then a bunch of guys you didn't know just busted into the back room and were like, "Hang on, let me watch the popcorn machine." It would be a slap in the face. It's your job. It's your only job. What a blow to your pride to imagine that someone with no training whatsoever could just run back there and take over everything that you were doing. The original game had it right. For one thing, the impresario didn't have time to tell this guy to do anything. You just ran up there and you were like, "Hey guy, I'm gonna take over your job." And he goes, "Oh, okay, don't push the wrong switch." And if you ask him, "Well, which one is the wrong one?" He says, "Oh, you don't know? Well, I guess you shouldn't take over my job, huh? That's gonna be real tough." Okay, looks like we saved this play. I mean, heck, that battle scene was probably going on for about 5 minutes, and we know it wasn't very well choreographed because Trixie didn't move an inch in all that time. No wonder Dash wanted to bust into this play and ruin it. It's really boring. I mean, us falling out of the sky is us ruining the play, really, and maybe we can just be friends with Rainbow Dash based on that. Neither Blue Blood nor Rouse will save Sparkler. I mean, Trixie. Hi, Bloom, the world's premier adventurer, will save her. Psst, her character's name is Maria. Yuck, I hope her cutie mark isn't for acting. Silence, you are in the presence of Octopus royalty. A low-born thug like you could never defeat me. Might as well make the most of this. Music! So, oh my god, normally this would not be too difficult of a fight, and this was no exception. But I have an hour of recorded footage, and this takes up like half of that footage. Say I'm underleveled if you will, but I know this game pretty well, and Ultros had so much health. Not only that, but he kept causing status ailments that would just slow me down, like turning me into an imp, or using HP slip to make me slowly take health away. There was never really a point where I felt that I'd lost control of the battle, or like I was doing something wrong. Eventually I just got bored, and I just had to keep going, slogging through. I realized that using Hadouken caused a counterattack for some reason, so I had to quit doing that, and then I was just doing less damage. Once I ran out of green cherries to heal the imp thing, I just gave up on normal status. It wasn't making a difference to the fight anyway, it was taking just as long one way or the other. It reminded me a bit of playing Halo 3 on Legendary mode, when I realized that the brutes had like 1 billion health, and you had to shoot them perfectly in the head every single time, or else it was gonna take a full clip of ammo to kill one of them. It's a problem with game design. You really don't get more challenge or difficulty if you just have a fatter health bar. Maybe you want to make the game less forgiving, but certainly you don't want to drag things out. If you want the battle to be interesting, then you've got to make it dynamic. Make Ultros more susceptible to status ailments, but then make them capable of relieving those status ailments. That way the player has more options available to them, and you can punish them more for not utilizing those options. Making the boss harder to kill just because you arbitrarily increase the health number isn't really more fun. It's not more engaging. It's just not the point of the game. Oh, speaking of the point of the game, here it comes. Best character incoming! What a performance! Yes! She's so pretty. I just want to brush her hair and give her silly pet names. She put Trixie's clothes back on. Dash, my name is Rainbow Dash and I'm here to kidnap you. Here I go, kidnapping you. What a reversal. Thinking she's Bloom's new queen, Maria's instead nabbed by Dash. What fate lies in store for her? Stay tuned for part 2. It's gonna be really hard to follow up on a completely impromptu thing. Everyone backstage is probably having a fit. You gotta appreciate the spirit of the band, though. They just play along. Yeah, kidnapping! Our actress is gone! Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. We don't know what happens next, because we didn't really plan for this. Yeah, you kick Trixie! I'll be back in 10 seconds flat. Boy, I hope that wasn't 20% lamer than anything else I've said today. It's tough having a catchphrase. You gotta say it all the time. What you talking about, 20% flat? Did I do that? It's dynamite. Every time you do it, a fan screams and you lose another 2% of your soul. Don't throw stuff down there, that's moving machinery. What are you doing? Don't hide down there, that's moving machinery. You guys are nuts. You're gonna get your hands stuck in the gears. What a great performance. Do not patronize Trixie. Wait, does she agree she sucked? But seriously, we gotta talk her into helping us now. Where's Dash? She'll be back any second. 20% cooler, 10 seconds flat. It's a me, Mario. Dynamite! What you doing to my airship, Willis? Okay, the 10 seconds is up. I know you're not 20% Maria, so what are you, 20% a spy? Trixie has been accused of worse. Listen up, amateur. We need to get to the capital, and Trixie needs your ship to do it. Look, you're not even 20% skim milk, and if you're not at least 20% of something, then you're not fit to sell paper on this airship. That's very important, because this airship only runs at 20% capacity, and only for 10 seconds at a time. If we break the trend, we will ruin everything. You loser, who would watch a show about a rhesus macaque like you? Huh. Oh yeah, ponies only want to hear exciting stories. And what would be more exciting than a daring raid on the Empire? No input from the other two. We would greatly appreciate thine assistance. If you can find it in your heart to fly us over there, we promise to make this world a safer place for everyone. Not that you care. Not unless we make the world 20% safer, that is. Okay, let me think about it. Don't think too hard, you might hurt yourself. Oh yes, Trixie, thanks, because being a bitch always helps. Don't get me wrong, it does sound like a big adventure, and I am tempted to go, but I wonder. We all wonder. It's what keeps us childlike and innocent. So, you want to take down the whole Empire, huh? Not even the Wonderbolts would do something that crazy. They're a performing group. Not even ZZ Top could stop North Korea. You still idolize those has-beens? The few that are left are just puppets of the Empire. The Empire's more rotten than a 2-week-old apple with a worm in it. Do you know how many ponies they've hurt and killed just to get what they want? Commander Hurricane would not abide such treacherous behavior. Thou must recall thy noble Pegasus heritage. How is refusing to help this team in any way treacherous? I'm here because these are the only friends I have left after the Empire killed everyone. Also, Apple Bloom is my sister, but we don't talk about that. Rainbow Dash. Freedom Fighter? No pony has the right to tell Trixie what to do. That's why. You know, you're way cooler than the Wonderbolts. What? Okay, now I know you're just jerking with me. What kind of thing is that for Dash to say about her? You're better than my childhood hero's mean character that nobody likes? Dash and Trixie are the two most emotionally insecure characters in the show, and the Wonderbolts were the thing that Dash always aspired to be. You know, big and famous and recognized for all their talents, even though Dash dropped out of school. What? Why would Trixie suddenly be cooler than the Wonderbolts to Dash? It defies, like, the entire character. Trixie doesn't have anything going for her. She has no talents that anyone will recognize. Nobody likes her. She's mean, she's malcontent, she's not very good at anything. She's everything that Dash has always been afraid that she might turn out to be. I mean, okay, it's a different game, it's a different universe. Maybe Trixie hasn't established herself as a hated individual. But there's really no build-up to Dash somehow worshipping Trixie over her childhood idols. And then we're doing the coin toss now for I don't know why. Like, here's the thing, Dash is just really... If you egged her on and, like, accused her of being afraid to not do this thing, like, you could probably get her to sucker herself into some kind of agreement that wouldn't work out for her. I don't know, there's so much wrong with this scene. I feel like you've just gotten confused with the interactions. I mean, like, Trixie was mean, and she faked her way through an opera and then pretended to be someone else and tricked Dash, and then after she tricked Dash, she made fun of Dash's intelligence, which should have just completely set Dash off. So how did we get to the point where Dash wanted to be in the Wonderbolts for her entire life, even since she was a little baby, and then suddenly Trixie is cooler than that? I don't know. Game, it's your fictional universe, it's cool if you want Dash to get confused, but you have got to explain to the players, because I don't get it. This unwieldy-looking ship really cruises. Isn't it dangerous to fly so fast? Don't worry, kid. I'm a professional. Oh, now keep your distance, but don't look like you're keeping your distance. Right, I'll drift in slow, then lift lazily to the left and drop you off so no pony thinks we're up to anything suspicious. I'll wait on board so nobody tries to steal the ship. So that was a really strange set of, like, heavily micromanaged instructions, just for flying the ship in. They didn't discuss, like, oh, we'll go into here, and you'll wait there, and we'll do this, and then when this signal pops up, you come in. No. It was like, okay, everyone, make sure that you dress up as Ronald McDonald. The rest of us will dress up as his hamburger friends to make sure that everyone knows that we like to have fun. That way they won't arrest us, because they know that people who like to have fun never do anything wrong. I mean, logic here, it's a great big ship, and it's the only airship. You'd think that maybe they'd have something going on, some kind of customs. You gotta land, and then get some paperwork signed, or otherwise they get really pissy. I mean, that's just the way that governments are. They're either corrupt or pissy, or both. And oh my god, it looks like we're coming upon an Aztec society. Only future. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. Let's look at the monsters. There were a lot of ugly, funny-colored rats, and also the soul-crushing burden to know that Rainbow Dash is not going to be the coolest character, because she looks up to Trixie, who is not the coolest character. That is all we grappled with today. Thanks for playing with me, everybody.